kVA, like 25 kVA and so on. And in certain cases in towns, we usually use 315 kVA and 160 kVA also. So in that particular case, the outgoing 11 kV feeder also we choose. And the placement of outgoing feeder in the substation, we do the different pole structure. That is a DP structure, we call the double pole structure, or the bus structure. And that is also depending upon the needs of our demography, where we cater the 30 kV, 11 kV power. Now we design the earth mass for the lightning protection of the entire substations. How we design the earth mass, that is we also saw today. And then design of the protection system of the 11 kV feeder. Usually we scheme 11 kV feeder of the protection system. We choose 2 overcoming and 1 earth fault, usually for incoming and outgoing both. And in case of 11 kV outgoing switch gear, usually we choose 2 incoming from 2 transformers, and then a common bus bar is there. And through common bus bar, we usually do the 4 numbers of outgoing. This is the minimum scheme we usually choose for the outgoing 11 kV feeder for any 33 by 11 kV substation. But in town areas or urban areas, maybe it is 6, maybe it is 7, or maybe it is 8, depending upon, again, I say the demography and the demand, load demand. Then we do the 2 incoming, 1 bus coupler. So usually the bus coupler acts as a bridge between the 2 incoming and the outgoing that has been catered to this incoming. And this protection system, as I already said, that overcoming and overcurrent and earth fault system we usually do. This is a 30 kV and switch yard I usually show you. This is a 30 kV switch yard, and this is the lighting system. Lighting system, not lightning system. Here lightning mast is not shown. Rather we use the watts where the lightning protection shield is being used, and these are the power transformers. And from there you see the LV side, there are cable which is running through the 11 kV power to the control room, and in control room there are 11 kV switch gears and the control panels are there. From there the 11 kV outgoing feeder is being emanated from the substation. Next we will come to the standard. You are no longer getting me. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay? Is it audible?
Yes, sir, you were audible. Your screen was also visible, but right now the presentation is not visible.
Okay. Presentation is not showing. My PowerPoint screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it has come, sir.
Okay. Now you see it is a standard diagram of the 33 kV switch yard, and if you see it is a cross-sectional view. If you see there is a 33 kV feeder, it is not outgoing feeder, it is rather incoming feeder. It is coming from 132 by 33 kV substation, grid substations, and this 33 kV feeder is being fed to 133 kV or 11 kV substations. Once it is done, there is an LA, lightning arrestor, which protect all the lightning surge to be introduced to the 30 kV switch yard of the substation. And then there is an isolator. This isolator basically the main isolator of the substation. This is the main isolator of the gantry. We have shown the picture of one bay. There may be several bay for several transformers. So this bay, this transformer isolator basically isolates the entire 33 kV feeder from for particular this bay. And there is a CT, you see there is a current transformer, and there is a VCB circuit breaker. The vacuum circuit breaker is already there. So current transformer and VCB, and then again low level isolator is there for low level bus, and then it is a bus supporter where the other bay can be connected through this bus supporter, and then again comes another isolator, and this part is a transformer for transformer protection, the VCB and CT, and then an isolator, and through it is directly through an LA, it is going to the HV part of the transformer. And then the LT part of the transformer, LV side of the transformer is going through this, and it is going to the cable, through outgoing cable, it is going to the incoming side of the 11 kV switch gear. That is the standard protection system or standard switchgear layout design for any 33 by 11 kV substation. Again, I am showing you that 33 kV feeder LA main transformer with earth switch. It has obviously every isolator has got the earth switch with it. Then CT, then VCB, then again isolator, then VCB, then isolator, and then transformer. So for a standard bay, that 2 isolator with earth switch and 2 low level isolator and 1 bus supporter and 2 sets of VCB and CT, 2 sets of radar protection system is being introduced in standard bay of any 33 by 11 kV substation, and that is being shown over here in a practical situation. You see, that is being shown over here. It is the LA, it is the isolator, it is a station service transformer, and everything is shown over here. This is the VCB, CT VCB over there, control unit. Now I am putting a SLD, single line diagram, for the indoor type substation. Nowadays, because of the, I have shown you, I have told you the as because we don't have much independence to choose the land, so that's why we have to go for the indoor type substation, where the entire 33 kV system should be coming in one box, where the CT, VCB, bus PT, and 2 incoming with the bus bar, as well as the CT VCB part with the bus PT, and everything should be, I have shown you, should be the indoor and should be in one box. As because you are the all are from the region, and it is your maybe it is your advantage that at the Barakpur wireless mode you can find out a substation, that is a Mohanpur substation, GIS substation, where we have mix and match this particular part. This 33 kV entire switchyard part is being introduced in one single box of GIS pack, and this is being indoor in a control room, and other part of the control room is the 11 kV switchgear. So this indoor type part of the 33 kV system is being introduced in the internal part of the control room, and from there the 33 kV source being going to PTR1, PTR2. 2 PTRs were there from the outside, and from a 30 kV source, the 33 kV cable has gone to PTR1 and PTR2, and the PTR is being charged, and from there again 11 kV side, from 11 kV side, 11 kV incoming cable is being fed to that control room again and a switch gear. So there is no switch gear part in that particular substation, Mohanpur GIS substation. These are also introducing nowadays due to the huge land issue, and we don't get the proper space of the land to introduce the spread out of a substation, as I told you earlier. Next, I like to go to the 33 power transformer part, where it is the conservator tank. You see, this is the basically radiator, and this is the bushing, LV side, HV side bushing and LV side bushing. This is the Marcelin box where oil temperature and oil temperature, everything is being kept over here, and this is the main tank. Main oil tank is over. Now this is the Marcelin box. You see the OTI and WTI, oil temperature indicator and winding temperature indicator, and the terminal box, and where is being fed from here to the control panel of the transformer, where the trip circuit may be activated according to the set parameter we usually set in the relay system. Now we see the 30 kV PT. You see, it is the 30 kV outdoor single phase oil cooled potential transformer, and its reference standard is IS 3156. It is rated voltage by 33 by 110 by root 3. Definitely highest voltage that has been designed for is 36 kV frequency, the normal frequency. Basic insulation level is, you see, the 36 kV for the primary section, 70 kV or 170 kV, and secondary is 3 kV for 1 minute. That is for standard. We usually use the 36 kV for the primary and secondary for 3 kV for 1 minute. Class A type of insulation we use. Creepage distance is 90 millimeter. Creepage distance means we use the porcelain insulator over here, and you see the gap between these two porcelain discs. So if you add all these gaps, if you see there is a little bit of white portion of this porcelain insulator. This is basically a strip, aluminum strip over here. And if you put the entire length of the aluminum strip, including this gap, this is called the creepage distance. It is some sort of specification. We usually maintain it the 900 millimeter minimum. That creepage distance, it is called the creepage distance that we usually do. And the ratio, as I've told you, is 33 by 110 by root 3. Class of accuracy, obviously, for the code 1 we use 0.5, code 2 is 3 phase. And the burden, obviously, we 100 VA standard burden we usually use for these things. Then 33 kV CT. We usually use in our metering code and protection code in 33 kV system. It is 200 by 100 by 11 or 400 by 200 by 11. So burden of 15 VA and class accuracy class 0.5. Obviously, accuracy class 5P20 we usually use there. For code 2, the protection code, and for the metering code, usually class 0.5 class we usually use, and burden with 15 VA, and for the protection code it is 30 VA. Now the ISF or instrument safety factor, it is defined as the ratio of the CT saturation current to the rated current. If we set an example that CT ratio is 2000 by 1, and CT gets saturated if there is a flow of 10 kiloampere of current through it, maybe short circuit current, some portion of it. Then instrument safety factor we usually calculate is C2 saturating current by the rated current. So 10,000 by 2000, this is 5. So even if 10 kiloampere current passes through this CT, so it will be safe. We will consider that instrument safety factor usually consider in that particular case, and the accuracy